in sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. On the move from inside his 5. So Oregon's offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So now it's 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Lee takes to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll try to do it himself. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, it's a fumble. And just like they threw it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls in.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number...
And he pulls it in at the 15.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. The pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
And wings it incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Lee to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. Finds a spot in the middle. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Hauls it in. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Here comes the option. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. They're dealing with a second and long. He's got the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Play of the period, first down here. They're going to ride this running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Pulls it and fires to the left. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Lee takes to the air. Finds his tight end. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. That last completion sets him up on second down. Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good.
He lets it fly. Pulls it in on the right. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Oregon. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Cook. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough.
Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll line up for a second down play. Got his man in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Hard running there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Lee to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Quarterback moving. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Gets it out fast. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Lee takes to the air. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. This guy's putting the... Oh, they block it. He picks it up. That's a live ball.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by 4 over UConn. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Lee to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Looking downfield on first down. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
That is such a great play by that defender. And how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that,
There he goes! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bridges. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Off play action. It's complete to the left. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Lee takes to the air. Quickly complete. It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll try to sneak it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Fakes the grab. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The inside handoff. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Trying to do it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the gun, give on the inside. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Oregon! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going for a big play downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Ramsey.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Never a doubt. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. BYU was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Robbie Bosco and company delivered in their national championship season of 1984. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I'll tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come.
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He breaks a tackle. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. How impressive has this passing game been today, and it looks as if it's on the verge of carrying them to a top 10 win.
And how about this passing attack? Doing what you want at will against a top 10 team. This is an impressive display, Palmer, earning that early season, mid-season ranking.
I've loved what I've seen, and they're a top 10 team now, but if they're a team that's going to reach the college football playoff, they're going to have to keep throwing it like this. This dude can play under pressure. Now we've got to see him do it week in, week out against the best teams in the nation.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Cook.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up.